Top 12 Electric Vehicles in 2021. Electric vehicles are turning out to be increasingly more mainstream consistently. Organizations like Tesla keep on rousing other vehicle makers to move forward their electric vehicle assembles due to all the promotion. There are currently electric vehicles practically all around the world from every organization under the sun. Furthermore, here are the best 12 electric vehicles that are delivered for the current year. Number 1. Tesla Cybertruck. The main electric vehicle in 2021 is in fact not a vehicle. We felt that it's undoubtedly worth remembering for our list. Absolutely, in view of the sheer publicity this vehicle has produced even from the second it was declared. The motivation behind why we remembered this for our rundown, other than the prevalence it has acquired after some time at its creation date, comes nearer. This is on the grounds that it's presently accessible for clients to pre-request and buy. The Cybertruck is really set to go into design modifications at some point this year, which is a consequence of a deferral brought about by the requirement for more plan changes. There are even sure plan structures made by fans and specialists on the web before the plan was eventually settled. Despite the fact that there is a slight downside of the glass not being as crack-proof as Elon Musk marketed it to be, we believe that the delay in production has allowed for the Cybertruck's designers and engineers to improve this flaw and hopefully allow it to be all that it was marketed to be. If you didn't already know, the Cybertruck is made of supposedly dent-proof material and comes in 3 different types based on the customer's budget and preference. That is, the Cybertruck has 1 motor model, a 2 motor model, and a 3 motor model, which don't affect its appearance but certainly affects its performance. For a better gauge of this, the 3 motor models of the Tesla Cybertruck can get up to 500 miles in the range. This particular model starts at $69,000. And the 1 motor model starts at $39,000. We definitely think this one is a looker, and is sure to excite you for the rest of the list. Number 2. The Volvo Polestar. This car is definitely a winner, bringing Swedish style and clean Volvo finish. It's sure to rock your boat. It's set to be released this coming fall in its fully electronic version of its counterpart, the Polestar 1, which is a gas-electric hybrid. Not to mention, this car has some amazing features to note as well. Frameless mirrors and a vegan interior fabric that is lighter than a feather, made to match the durability of a wetsuit. Prices for this car start at $59,900, and the car also offers a pair of electric motors that work together with a 27-module lithium-ion battery. This allows for the car to have a jaw-dropping 402 horsepower and 275-mile range. Number 3. Nissan Ariya. Set to arrive late this year, this car is a worthy successor of the Nissan Leaf. The original Nissan Leaf was a simple, modest design that garnered sales reaching almost $500,000. Now the Nissan Ariya is stepping it up. This is a 5-passenger crossover that has a startlingly sharp and aggressive appearance. And it's all thanks to the concave surfacing and the wheels being pushed to the corners. The cabin of the car offers a clean, minimal look, with a flat and relatively low floor, allowing it to be labeled as a lounge-like cabin. This car will be capable of driving 300 miles on a single charge, putting it at arm's length away from the Tesla model. The estimated price for this car starts from $40,000. Number 4. The 2021 Mustang Mache. The board is just as ready to step up its game, because the 2021 Mustang Mache is like nothing ever seen before. It turns its muscle car nameplate, the Mustang, into an electric dream. This crossover has 4 doors, which are yet another first for the brand, and even includes room for added gear and maybe even some groceries, although it doesn't look as classic and threatening as a traditional Mustang muscle car does. It definitely lives up to the brand's reputation. The Model E offers a performance edition that allows it to run 60 miles per hour faster than a Porsche 911 GTS. That's right, 60 miles per hour faster. As for those with intentions of going out of town or on longer trips, the extended range battery and rear-wheel drive model will be able to go for 300 miles on a single charge, just like the coming Tesla Model Y compact crossover. Like we said, the Mache doesn't necessarily have the look of a classic Mustang, with it leading towards the SUV side. However, it definitely still provides some of the defining design features of one, such as the long hood, 3-part tail lamps, high haunches, and an iconic pony badge. In the front, and pricing will start from $43,895. Number 5. The 2021 Mercedes-Benz EQC. If you somehow still think that electric vehicles are limited to being family caravans and looking like the opposite of high class and luxury, this car will surely be enough to change your mind. The all-new Mercedes-Benz EQC is a fully electric 5-seater crossover which just screams elegance and class. It's all pure Mercedes-Benz, just electric. Other than its obviously gorgeous exterior, it also offers some of the greatest performance you'd expect from a Mercedes-Benz. The EQC contains two motors which allow it to reach 60 miles per hour in less than 5 seconds. And we'll also have a range north of 200 miles on one charge. The pricing for this car has yet to be announced, but it can't be cheap. Number 6. Volkswagen ID.4. Not only is Volkswagen releasing a battery-powered microbus and the ID.Buzz that is reminiscent of the Flower Power 60s, but it's also releasing this model, the Volkswagen ID.4. This car will be coming late this year, and the 5-seat crossover will be sporting a curvy compact look. The ID.4 has an expected range of roughly 250 miles on one charge. The first couple of these cars will be coming from Germany. They are already available for pre-order and pricing starts at around $40,000. However, by the next year, the ID.4S will be produced for the domestic market and will be produced in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Number 7. Volvo XC40 Recharge. Adding another Volvo to this list of cars, the polished XC40 crossover will be joined by a fully electric counterpart. Despite the compact footprint of the vehicle, the Recharge model will feature a stylish and smart interior, with ample storage much like its conventional gas-powered equivalent. According to Volvo, this car will have a 78 kWh battery which should allegedly allow a range of over 200 miles on a single charge. The 408 horsepower doesn't hurt either. The Volvo badge on it may even allow it to take away some of the Tesla Model Y's customers' pre-orders began in January of last year. So if this is the car for you, you can go right ahead and grab one for yourself. Pricing starts at roughly $50,000. Number 8. Hyundai Ioniq Electric. If the pricing of the previous cars were starting to make you cry, this car is sure to make up for those tears. A Hyundai Ioniq, the sedan, now has a fully electric plug-in counterpart, which is now available in the market. It offers a range of up to 170 miles on a single charge, and has all the expected features and components for a car of this price. What is this pricing, you ask? Well, the Hyundai Ioniq Electric has a price in the low $30,000 range, which isn't the cheapest either. But with its sleek and modern look and more than acceptable abilities, this is easily much more affordable and accessible model for those on a tighter budget. These abilities include fast charging, a large SUV, all coming this year. Number 9. Rivian R1S. Rivian was easily ahead of the game in the electric vehicle department, having released the Rivian R1T pickup truck before the Tesla Cybertruck was announced. Another rev by Rivian is the R1S SUV, which has a release date of June 2021. Although it isn't specified when in that month it will be available. It boasts a classic boxy sport ute styling with plenty of room, and with 3 rows of seating. Many of the underpinnings of this SUV are shared with the R1T, such as the 4 motors, 1 on each wheel, and the 3 options for lane assist, and more. According to Hyundai, Ioniq will become its own sub-brand, with at least 3 more electric vehicles planned for release, which include a mid-size crossover, a sedan, and battery packs. The largest offers a range of over 300 miles on a single charge, and pricing starts from $72,500. Number 10. 2021 Audi e-tron GT. This electric vehicle provides a sleek electric sedan with massive power and polish. It shares some architecture with the Porsche Taycan EV, excluding the streamlined bodywork. This car provides 590 horsepower and 2 motors. Because of this, the e-tron GT should take you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds, similar to the Porsche Taycan. Once again, it will also be able to reach 80% of its full charging capacity in 20 minutes. The only downside to this amazing car is that it costs $100,000. However, if you can afford it, it will definitely be worth it. Number 11. BMW I-next. BMW is not to be excluded from this list, with an EV set to be produced this year. This compact electric SUV will be a mind-blowing option with several autonomous features. Not too much is known about this SUV, but the I-next will allegedly allow the driver to select between boost or easy modes, meaning that the driver will be able to drive themselves or be driven, perfectly suited to its abilities. The cabin of this car appears to be a spacious, airy interior reminiscent of the living room, allowing the driver and passengers alike to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And at number 12, the GMC Hummer F SUT. Wait a minute, A Hummer on this list of electric cars. Yes, we know that Hummers were very well known, in fact notorious for being some of the worst cars for the environment, with their quote-unquote militaristic gas-guzzling SUVs. Despite their disappearance in the 2010s, they're now back in the game, with better and more effective vehicles. Hummer is now a nameplate under GMC, and is going fully electric, so we've got some bonuses for you, because not only will Hummer come out with one electric vehicle, it will be releasing two, one SUV, and one pickup truck. Both come with anywhere from 1 to 3 motors, depending on which you like. Both also have a beastly amount of 1,000 horsepower, and a range of up to 400 miles on a single charge. They also feature removable roof panels, off-road capabilities, and to top it all off, quick charging. And if that wasn't enough to convince you, maybe LeBron James will be able to, given that he is the new pitchman of the vehicle. These vehicles are also set to be put into production sometime late this year or early 2022. And to say that these cars are green monsters would be an understatement. So if we were to choose from all these cars, it would definitely be a tight match and a very difficult decision. Each vehicle provides its own pros and cons, not to mention its own unique interior and exterior. We hope that you're able to find the car for you on this list, and if you liked it, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and I'll meet you in the next video. Bye.